is Kareem Jackson.
Hey, you guys, Kareem Jackson. You are live on the set, and I'm going to take you around the world with me. Living my dream as a minimalist CEO. Turning my clients' dreams into reality is what I do, showing that success is truly for everyone. Hey, you guys, I've got new shows weekly. Stay tuned and live your best life. Testing, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody out there, how are you this morning? This is Kareem Jackson. You are live on the set. I'm testing that sound. How's it sound, everybody? Can you hear me out there? Is the mic on? Hello. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Kareem Jackson live on the set, you guys. Today we're talking about the ways you can turn your print magazine into digital, you guys. It's going to be a fantastic show. It's going to be really great show. So share this, like this, send to your friends, you guys. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, you guys. You're live with me on the set right now. I can see your comments. I can answer your questions live right now as well. We're pre-recording this for an edit and an upload of a video later on down the road. So if you guys are going to be here today live on the set with me, go ahead and chime in, ask me your questions, and they may be part of our regular video that we upload. So keep that in mind. I have a new mic today, you guys. So let me know how it sounds. Can you hear me? Checking, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, you guys. Stay tuned, you guys. We're talking about ways that you can take your print magazine and become the best-selling digital magazine. A lot of you guys out there are in the same business as me, publishing magazines and books, but specifically today is about magazines. We're going to tell you how to turn your print magazine into digital. So you guys stay tuned, you guys. Come back here in just about 2 minutes and 40 seconds, you guys. You're going to be live on the set with me. Share this, like this, love this, send this to your friends. If you guys know anyone out there that either wants to be a magazine publisher, they're publishing a magazine right now, or they're trying to go digital with whatever they have, let me know, you guys. Hope you guys are doing really good. Love you very much. And we'll be just going live on the set in about 2 minutes. Less than 1 minute, you guys. Go ahead and stay tuned. Share that, you guys. Like this. Get this out there, you guys. This is going to be a great show, you guys. Because a lot of you out there that are watching me, that are watching my shows, you guys have your own magazines. You guys are trying to figure out how to take this online, how to get it digital, you guys. So I want to go ahead and show you how to do that, give you these 10 steps, you guys. Stay till the end. I have a bonus as well. So keep that in mind. Stay till the very end, and you got a bonus, you guys. But ask questions. You're live with me. Hello, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. You can be live also at KareemAntonio.com, you guys. Just click on my shows. So here you go, you guys. 5 seconds left. Hey, you guys, Kareem Jackson, you were live on the set. I've got some news to tell you. 10 years ago, I left California, USA on the beach, and I got on a plane. I went to the tropics, and I reinvented myself. I wanted to turn my dreams into reality. I had a great time, great friend. I published magazines, books. I meditated. I sipped coconuts, you guys. I had tattoo competition, weekly shows, and I want you guys to know I sat down, and I wanted to write step by step how I did it. How did I get free? How did I outsource everything? How did I get to where I could run my company from my laptop? And now I finished it. It is done. My new book, you guys, Outsource Everything, is out now. I finished it. I'm telling you all about how I gained my freedom, how I live in the tropics next to the beach in a beautiful lifestyle, and I still run my business. I outsource everything. My new ebook, it's out now, you guys. It's available right now, you guys. I made it to where freedom is here for you. You can get the same freedom that I did. It's totally possible, and it's totally doable, and this has never been a better time than to do it. Grab my new ebook, Outsource Everything, on Google Play and the App Store, you guys. And of course, KareemAntonio.com/my ebook, Outsource Everything. Outsource Everything, How to Be a Minimalist CEO by Kareem Jackson. An introduction for small business owners and entrepreneurs. Presented by Kane Co America and the Chongson Group.
To break free.
Oh my God, you guys are still here. Hey, okay, you guys, I'm so glad you're still here. I'm so glad you stuck around to the end because I want to show you some more about my book. I'm so excited about this. Outsource Everything, out now, you guys. It's out now. Go grab it. On my website, you guys, KareemAntonio.com. You can go to the App Store, any of these places, and go grab it. I want you to sit down, ponder this, and think about, why do I have the stress I have? Why am I working so hard? Why am I a slave to my business? Why do I not have more freedom? There's folks all over the world looking that can outsource to you. I'm going to introduce you to this, tell you why you don't need that new car, you don't need that bling bling, you don't need that house right now. Outsource everything. Get free. What good is that money? What good is all that fame and fortune if you are working every day like it's a job? Freedom is here. It's here for you, you guys. Grab my ebook, you guys. Outsource Everything. Google Play, the App Store, and of course, KareemAntonio.com/my ebook. Go grab it, you guys.
Three, two, one. We are live. Hello, world. Success is for everyone, baby. You're live on the set with Kareem Jackson. Yes, let's go.
Hello everyone, again this is Kareem Jackson. Kareem Antonio Jackson. Kareem Antonio Jackson. Kareem Jackson. Kareem Antonio Jackson. You are live. You are back live. You are live and you are live on the set. And I want to thank you so much for being here. You are going to love what we have in store for you this year. Wait till you see it. Stay tuned. Good morning, you guys. How are you? Good evening in the U.S., you guys. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you had a great weekend. Happy Heroes Day in the Philippines. If you're in the Philippines Islands, in the States, oh my God, crazy weekend. You guys know all the riots, and now there's more killings as well in the States. You guys, crazy news back home. My prayers go out to all of you guys. Last week, you guys saw we had the U.S. Ambassador Harry Thomas on, and we talked about entrepreneurship and expats abroad, about 8.7 million of us. And we talked about how you guys need to make sure that you vote and send those things in, because now more than ever, the folks back home that are still struggling, still in the hood, need our votes and our love and our support. More than ever. And with 8.7 million expats living all around the world, you guys, there's a ton of us out here, and we need to help the folks back home, you guys. So if you're abroad, go ahead and get that absentee ballot. He got you vote.org, by the way. You guys can get you can see the actual highlights of that episode. I'll put a link below maybe, or you guys can look on my page and you can find that. It was vote, the power of the absentee ballot. But you guys vote while you're out here. Also, you saw this past week, also I had that segment where I talked about quit your job. You guys hate your boss. You guys want to make more money. About 40 million Americans lost their jobs, you guys. About 100 million all over the world. So not many of you, some of you are just not even quitting your jobs. You actually need to get a job. So I talked about how to quit your job. That was a really popular, nice segment. You guys can check that out. And this week, you guys, another question that we get, and If you guys are live for the first time, you guys, I apologize. I am Kareem Jackson. You guys saw the intros and you were live on the set, you guys. I help woke entrepreneurs to minimize their cluttered lifestyles, to outsource their business processes, and to make more profits, more money, and to live the life they love and they've dreamed of. While they do it, that's what I do. So I usually kind of go through either topics that apply to entrepreneurs or situations, and I answer questions. And usually these questions would be $1,000 retainer for me to go ahead with a consulting situation and have a retainer to tell these things and have, a conversation or a project with my clients to answer these questions. A lot of clients pay me retainers because they want to know how to quit a job. So I figured I'd do a video about quitting your job. And a lot of people now, of course, with all the COVID, and then of course 2008, everything went digital and everything outsourced, and they're putting in asking, how can I turn my small niche magazine in this city in the States or in Europe, or how can I turn my book into something digital? Because now maybe they're already existing, but now they've got to evolve, and they really realize finally that they've got to get online and they've got to go through and get digital with their publications. So I get this question about how can I turn my print magazine into a digital best-selling magazine all the time. And so today, this episode is all about that. So if you guys have friends, you guys have people out there, go ahead, you guys, and answer this question, because a lot of folks wonder, how do I make money? How did I leave the States a decade ago and I live my life? Things haven't been totally easy. I had to reinvent my life, but of course, I'm not going through all the crap that folks are going through back home. I've lived in the tropics, you guys. It is really beautiful. I built my house out here. I have a great business opportunity out here. I keep my clients and I run my business from my laptop. And you guys have known me for the last 2 decades, know that I've been a magazine publisher for 2 decades almost, you guys. And 10 years ago, I outsourced my business, which included the printing and everything for my magazine. But at the same time, we simultaneously had online and digital copies. So that saved my butt later down the road. And now that this is going to be digital and everything is online, and all publications, all businesses, even restaurants got to get online and have delivery. Now people are realizing that, oh my God, this device right here is crazy powerful. This would be like $1 million, 50 years ago to have this technology in your business. But now a lot of folks have it. So now people are really turning their magazines, their menus, their books, everything is going digital. And that's how I did it. I mainly make my money in publications, and the things that come out of publishing publications or being a writer. That's how I do it. So a lot of you guys that are publishing out there that are used to that brick and mortar publishing, you guys know I had a 10,000 square foot office space in downtown in the US. I had 100 people working with me back in the day. I know how it is to have that cumbersome, crazy heavy magazine or publishing marketing business. And now I know that you can really take that digital. Your publication, if you are struggling to print right now, like most people are, and you're not only wondering how to go digital, but how to make money at it, how to really turn it to where it's actually something that benefits your clients. It's not like you're running and scampering because you're losing your momentum. It's actually an innovation for you. It's actually something new and exciting for you. So anyway, without further ado, you guys, I want to say thank you to Dennis for watching. I see great. I appreciate this, you guys. Thank you, Mr. Dennis. I appreciate that. Oh, yes, sir. How are you? My brother, you guys in the Rotary Club, you guys in Quezon City in the Philippines, you guys. Thank you very much for watching, Dennis. I'm glad that you are here. Yes, Kuya Louie, I appreciate you. Yes, great information. We haven't got started yet, so just wait. The best is yet to come, right? So stay tuned, you guys. You guys really understand something is that if you have a print magazine right now and you're trying to get this into the new age, into the normal, this is the time, and you guys are kind of behind, actually. I mean, at this point, if you're only doing your publication in print, you are way behind. 1, it's cheaper to go digital than it is to print. 2, you can now do printing to where you can do as little as 1,000 copies of printing something, as opposed to back in the day, it was a 20,000 copy minimum for the printers to print your book or to print your magazines, right? Now you can do, 500 or even 1,000 copies, depending how thick it is, just to have or just to send to certain people. So even if you do decide to go digital because you're actually losing your momentum and you can't afford printing anymore and you're outpriced on that, maybe you can just print a certain number of copies, which I do, and send to VIP or exclusive businesses only. So we're going to talk about that in this episode as well, you guys. And then we're going to talk about how I have converted that into actual extra sales. I make more now than I did in my printing magazine business, and I make it easier. And I'm also able to get clients all over the world now, as opposed to only in my niche or only in the city that I was publishing in the States or only in the market or demographic that I was publishing. So we're going to get into that. If you guys are first times here, welcome you guys. I appreciate you guys being here. We have a live recorded show. So as you see, you guys can comment, you can ask me questions. And it's a free consultation and a show at the same time. That's why we do these lives. Then my fantastic team at K&Co and the publishing business at Budokan Lifestyle Magazine and all those guys, then they chop this up. They put it into a fantastic, cute, recorded and edited show. And then we put that on our KareemAntonio.com website and also on our Kareem Antonio Live on our YouTube channel. So that's why we do these. So I'm glad that you're here. Grab a snack, you guys, if you're in the States. It's evening for you. Sunday, you're chilling out, or actually Monday night, you're chilling out, and you can have a cocktail and you can relax, grab your pen, and come on back, you guys, and talk about this, because this is going to be a really, really great show. And I'm going to get into it real quick. I see the questions. I'm going to let a few of you guys share this out, push this out to you, your friends, you guys, show this. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get right to it, you guys. Let's not waste any time. So you guys are really going to get this show. Let's see. We're trying to do these shows in about, 120 minutes or an hour plus like that nowadays. So we're trying to get these shows down to an hour or 2 hours. Our original show was 2 hours. So I'm glad that you guys are here again. The first thing, let me get into the first thing, you guys, so there's no issue at all. Let me just get right into it. I want to go to the number one thing you need to really do when you're trying to take your print magazine and turn it to digital. You really need to sit your team down. You need to have a conversation, you guys. You need to really understand it. And a lot of times they fight it. They don't want to become digital. So then what happens is you're actually defending the digital. Or if you're like a creative or a marketing department like me or a publishing department like me, you're actually arguing with the sales team, with the editorial team, with the investors or the board or whoever it is, and about going digital. But now it's kind of inevitable. It's inevitable now, and now it's a reality. So right now, you guys, the first thing I think that you guys should be able to do is to go ahead, you guys, and you've got to sit with your team and you've got to conceptualize. You've got to really take the thing into your mind. You've got to really understand you have to see this vision or no one else is going to be able to see this vision. Okay. You got to be able to understand that when it comes to this, right now, you have to do it. It's like now you're behind. The print magazine. I won't say that print is dying, but you already know, for example, that you should have done this a long time ago. You know it. There's no doubt about it. No one's worried about it anymore. There's no arguing anymore. You know that you should have done this a long time ago. And if you're working for a printer or a publisher, and then you're arguing with them maybe a year ago or 5 years ago about having to move into this direction, then you already know now that they should have done that, because COVID-19 pushed all of us forward into the future. Okay. Now everyone has realized, every advertiser, every client, every business, every publisher has realized that you have got to be digital. If you are not digital, you are pretty much going to be dead. Okay. So, but I will say this, make up this caveat to you about conceptualization. Understand, print is not dead. It's evolved. So what happens is that everything that you do when you're printing that magazine or you're getting that magazine ready to print, everything that you do in that is the same thing that you're going to do when you have a digital magazine. And nothing's really going to change. It's not like you're going to pop up and then all of a sudden it's going to be easier and better and things can be just changed really quick for you. And that's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you guys are going to be able to realize that now you can really level up your marketing and publishing game. And now you can really, really get out there and you can make this happen for your people. So understand that about conceptualization. And when I say conceptualization, you guys, I literally mean that you need to be able to sit down with your team. Vision is the most valuable skill that you're going to need through this transition. You're going to be able to visualize what you see with this digital publication, how it works, how you're going to talk to your clients or your advertisers to let them know how it's different with advertisements now. Because in America, for example, maybe you're paying $2,000 per page for advertising in a magazine, for example. right? It's about the same price around the world, you guys. Most advertising, if you're looking at this anywhere in the world, you know that publishing goes by the American standard. So if you're abroad, you're paying 50 or 80,000, for example, 100,000 per page, and your money probably. So understand that. So this is global. This is not an American situation. You've got to be able to conceptualize vision. Like I said, is the most valuable key, the most valuable skill to this of every entrepreneur in general. So if you're an entrepreneur, you already have vision. But if you're working in a company, you're trying to push the digital game, then maybe you have to have the vision. Then it's not natural to you, but you must be able to see it, visualize it, so that you can intend to sell it to people, see what you intend to become. Like the company is going to change. Understand that. When you're going digital, it's a different business now. You can articulate it to your team, your readers, and your advertisers, because conceptualization, you guys, is a very key component when it comes to sales. You know that. You have got to be able to conceptualize it. If you can't see it, you can't sell it. If you can't see it, they can't see it. So how are they going to pay for it? So conceptualization, you guys, what I would do is I would actually sit down either first by myself or with my closest ally, right, or my partner, and really think, if we have a magazine that's hard copy like this, for example, and then we want to put this onto our phones, what is that going to look like? Now, understand this. I'm talking about digital. So, of course, in digital, we also mean online. So online means that your magazine is in some PDF format, some flipboard format, and they can see it on your website. You guys can go to my website, KareemAntonio.com, and you can see how we do our flipboards. But that is not digital, okay? That's an addition to digital. So now your magazine is in print, online, and digital. That's what we're going to achieve in this conversation. The digital component means that they're on their phone, maybe, right? And they're looking at an app, and they're flipping through that app, and they're able to see an ad, for example, for Hooters restaurant. And they can see that ad, they can click on it. Maybe the menu pops up. There's interactiveness. Maybe it clicks and it goes to their website. And they're seeing it from their phones usually, not from their computers or their desktops. So maybe there's an app component, which we'll also talk about that later, linked to your site, to your magazine, to where maybe they can click on, they can see your magazine and they can download it, or they can have it on their phone at any time to look through each edition, because maybe your issues are about Pacific health things or Pacific fashion things and things like that. So understand that. So you got to conceptualize it so that you can articulate what you're trying to do to your team, because ultimately that's what I've seen with clients is their hardest thing they have to do is to sell their team. To sell their publisher or their boss, or to sell their sales department. That is the hardest part, because they are stuck in, no, we're going to call 15,000 people a day. We're going to get 10% return. We're going to get some meetings, da, da, da. Or they're saying, no, we're going to go online and we're going to get this list, and we're going to email all these people, and we're going to get the replies and things like that. Or we need 10,000 copies of our media sales kits mailed, printed out, which are a fortune, which can also be digital. And then we're going to do this. But now the conceptualization is going to allow you to articulate to them, yes, we're going to have that. But now there's a new market of people out there that like digital products, probably a younger market, a hipper market, and people that have their payments and their credit cards and their PayPals on their phones. So if they want to buy something or get a ticket from you or support one of your advertisers, they can do it in real time. There's also folks that are on the computers and they want to read on their phone, on their laptops or on their desktops in the office, or listen to music you may play if you're a music magazine. They may want to look at the recipes when they're at work to prepare for dinner when they go home. Or you may have a magazine on tech or IT. So people are actually looking in the magazine and reading articles and things which have to do with their work. Those are three different consumers that you didn't have before. If you're print, you only know folks that hold the book in their hand and they read it. That is like dinosaur age now. Now you want to be able to reach people in wherever they are, and you want your one magazine to be able to offer all those solutions to your advertisers. So that's what I'm talking about when I say conceptualization. That's what I'm talking about there. So understand that conceptualization is really you closing your eyes and being able to understand, what is going to look like? What am I going to see? How am I going to market my existing advertisers? If they're paying this much money, am I going to charge them more money? Am I going to charge them less money? Am I going to make the ad to be in print, online, digital? How am I going to do it? Am I going to have content daily, monthly, quarterly, by the minute? What am I going to do? Those are all things you need to visualize so you can articulate that and lead your team. After you do that, you guys, the next thing I'm going to tell you about right now is you've got to think about timing. Timing is crucial, okay? Timing is a big deal when it comes to it, because now that you're going digital, a lot of different options happen to you. You understand this. Will you be biannually, quarterly, or a monthly magazine? Remember, digital content can be real time, daily, like such as with events. You can be a monthly magazine, but you can have posts for events on your online situation or on your digital publication every day. Okay. You're going to have to understand, is it going to be to where you have, for example, do you want the magazine to have a time where maybe these people can actually see certain things at certain times? And that's the one component. Don't get me wrong. That's the one component. The reason I hesitated, because I wanted to make sure I didn't skip over this, you guys. Understand, when you have a digital publication over printing publications, timing is about billing. Maybe clients can't afford to pay that money every day or every month or every week if you're a weekly magazine, but they can afford to pay it every quarter. So when it comes down to it, maybe your magazine now goes to quarterly instead of monthly, for example, but you have digital editions every single month. Maybe that's how you do it. In other words, you got to consider what you want to give for your clients. What we do in our situation, you guys, is that we actually go through and we actually charge the same amount of money for the digital as we charge for anything else. We've never actually raised our prices. Our magazines, if you guys have followed us from Minority Success Days in the States, you guys know that back in the day, you guys, our magazines always have been, which is a blessing for me, always have been free. We've always had free publications. So the easy thing for me when it came down to being digital was to figure out, okay, well, how am I going to charge for this? How am I going to get my money? That wasn't a big deal for me. Actually, now I make more money than I did before, because before all the magazines were for free. Now I have publications that are $5 or $10. I have ebooks out that are $10 or also $5. I think I have publications that are $1 or $2, whereas before everything was free. So understand, you guys, after you conceptualize it, you need to understand that then the next thing is the timing. Timing is totally crucial. And that means, are you going to keep the same editorial calendar that you had before? But now maybe it matters how you look at it, but when you conceptualize it, are you going to add in monthly, time by, moment by moment updates, weekly thing updates like that? Because what happens is maybe the customers that are in the magazine stay in the magazine, and you just give them the digital online components pretty much for free, and you allow them to upgrade if they want to add videos and things like that to their ads. But maybe another clientele that you may have are clients that have nothing to do with your publication, that aren't in your magazine at all, but maybe they're on your website or on your digital component of your magazine, and that's it. And they have, clients out there that just pay you to be on your website. They want you to post features or articles on their clients. That's kind of the new thing for ad agencies. And they have no intention, no need to actually be inside of the magazine. But maybe your magazine, for example, say it's IT, or say it's about gardening or chef. Your magazine's popular, which means I assume that your website is popular, which means you need to have a website, of course, to keep that in mind. But then now they say, okay, well, the magazine itself comes out quarterly. We have an event coming up next month. Can we just be posted on your website or on your social media pages that link to your website right now? No need to be in the magazine. Oh, sure, it cost this amount of money. And without digital and without online components, you couldn't get that money. You know what I'm talking about, publishers. You had to actually wait or lose that money or do the next event. So you really think about, most of your clients before were static businesses, or maybe some events if your magazine was monthly or quarterly or about nightlife or something like that. But mainly the whole put your ad or your promo or your tutorial or your promotional video or your commercial on our website or our digital magazine, anytime for this amount of money was not even an option to us back in the day. So keep that in mind, you guys, that you've got to be able to think about the timing. And the two timings is, one is, if it's for your existing clients, can they afford to pay you their budgets monthly, quarterly, or whatever? If they can't, this is a great time for you to change those editorial calendars to where it's more affordable to your clients. Two, the timing being crucial, meaning now you have clients that can come in at any time to have ads digitally or on your website and social media that you couldn't have had before. They can be from anywhere in the world. People in Asia who sell a product may want to sell to chefs in the United States. So they maybe wouldn't advertise in your hard copy magazine, but now they'll advertise in your digital magazine, or they'll advertise on your website, because now someone can actually click it and go to their website, and they want that clickability, right? So that may be a client that you've never thought that you had before. So keep that in mind. After you conceptualize it, you know that the time isn't important. Then you guys really need to think about, once you get this all figured out for yourself and you conceptualize it, that you've got to make sure that you keep this in mind, you guys, because you can't just get your publication, throw it on a PDF, or take it, the printing guys thing, turn it into a PDF. Mind you, the A4 size is different than digital. Digital is not necessarily A4 size. That's very limiting. So that's one thing about digital that's great. And then you throw it on your website, and I have a PDF here, Flipboard, and then now you have that. You can do that, and they can visualize it, but we're specifically talking about digital copies right now, you guys. So keep that in mind too. So you got to make sure from that point that you guys get a website app. So we're assuming you have a website. We're assuming that you understand that you're going to have a PDF flip version on your website that people can download and they can see it, especially if you're like a tutorial or a tech magazine or cooking magazine. But you also have the digital component that's on their phone that's pretty much interactive, right? So you want to make sure that you also go ahead and spend the extra money, the extra time, and create an app which goes onto the phone, like with Google or next to your Facebook app and things like that, where the actual readers you already have, especially, and your clients can just click it and they can read the edition. Because it's easier for someone to go to the App Store or the Google Play Store and to download the app, and they understand it more than it is for them to actually go through and go to your website and read it. And that maybe, not always, but maybe a situation where that really helps you out in the long run, because when that happens, all of a sudden they're more likely to look at it. And the marketing, and I say why to get a website app, changes from hard copy to digital. And a hard copy, you have the ad, it's there, it's pretty much flat, and there's nothing much you can really do with it. And they look at it, they love it, it's mainly for branding, and that's old school, that's great, that's the way it was done, that's the way you did it, people saw it, it worked, no criticism. But now you can actually have call to action advertisements or promotion for your clients, because now you can tell them to go ahead, click on this, and go right to their website. Go ahead, click on this and promote your thing right now. Go ahead, click on this, and this will happen. You can really go through and you can really hit it heavy. And that's a thing that we did not have before. That's really phenomenal. So understand that when you get the app, the whole point is now you're going to be marketing, say you're a chef magazine or a cooking magazine. You're going to be marketing, say, a seasoning. My boys in back home has a seasoning out right now. So you have a seasoning, right? You're marketing the seasoning. When they see the seasoning ad on their phone, on their pop-up, on their you have these, you have sponsored ads for all your clients, because now you have online advertisement, in-print advertising, and you also have digital advertising. And of course, the magazine has hard copies, right? So now they see the ad for the seasoning, for example. They read it, they like it, they click it. It doesn't go to the seasoning guy's website because it's a promotion from your magazine. It goes to your website, it goes directly to that article, or either they say to get more information, download the app. There's so many ways for you to get it. So you want to make sure that you have an app, a website, online, digital. So get your website app. And specifically, all that I mean by website app is a button on your phone in the App Store or Google Play where they can click it and it goes right to that edition, or goes to your website where they can get the digital on your website. You want to have that. It's really great branding. It really helps you to sell an advertising. When you're talking to clients, you have an app and you can click it on your phone, or you can send to them and they can just look at the app and download it and look at your publication. That is really, really great, you guys. It's a really good closing tool because most businesses don't have an app. They don't have a shortcut way to go to their business or their website. So if that's the case, then that means that yours is going to be really, really great. So keep that in mind, that it's really a good, trendy way, and it helps in your sales. So you want to make sure that you have it. So your readers will appreciate the app. Of course, the readers will. It's easy to get to your site. Your advertisers, of course, like I said, they will too, because there's no need for a full, robust app like Facebook or something like, or LinkedIn or Twitter or something like that. We're talking about a linking or shortcut app that's ideal and allows your magazine to, per issue possibly, to be available on the App Store or Google Play. You want to be able to have those logos, like it is on the bottom of my screen there. You want to be able to have those logos because that's going to help you to grow your business and to grow your clients and to really show them that you've really thought this thing out. And it's not just like some whim that you're going to do, because what I see a lot of, you guys, a lot of people out here, is they're going digital, and when they publish it or when they promote it, they're not promoting it as a solution to innovate and to be innovative and on the go and current for their clients. It's more like a woe's me, we're going to digital now, and that's really not the way it should be. Digital is an innovation. If digital or online, even having a nice website for your magazine or your book, for example, is an innovation. It's something additional, because we love you, because we care about being effective for you advertisers, because we want to give you, the readers, the newest, most current, up-to-date information on this, or insights on that, or, fashion trends for this, for example. We're going to also be launching our digital. It's not it's not it's an up. It's like, whoa, okay. That means if someone loves you and they know that you're hard copy, they're going to be really happy that now they can see you anywhere, anytime, and they can send your articles to their friends, their family, their coworkers. They're going to be excited about it. They're not going to be like, oh my God, you're going digital. Digital, to me, in my opinion, no matter how you look at it, especially if you have in print, online, and digital. Digital is an upgrade. It's like our content is available anywhere at any time. That's a great thing. It's not something negative. So just keep that in mind, you guys. Don't be negative. It's not like you're letting yourself down. Don't look at it that way. And hopefully you can keep some print copies, or you can still print as well, or so that you can see the benefits of it, of being able to say it. So keep that in mind. You guys, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Brian. If you guys are live right now, we're getting through this. We're going to keep this up. You guys can grab a drink. Hope you're enjoying this. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Brian, thanks for the comment. I appreciate that. You guys were talking about how to turn your print magazine into digital. So keep that in mind. Share this with your friends. You guys can like this. The next thing, if you guys, after you figure that out and you have it all set up, one thing you guys have to figure out also for yourself is that when it comes down to it, the difference, I think, now in the digital, the opportunity is publishers are celebrities now. Content, the article writers now are vloggers now. The publishers, are influencers now. I mean, it just evolved, and now everyone's getting into the game. So when you go digital, remember, it's not a negative thing. It's a great thing. You're crazy excited about this. We're so excited. We're going digital. So we're going to now reach people all over the world with your content, with your ads, with our, like that. You're excited. So after you do this, the next thing you need to really make sure that you do, you guys, is to go ahead out there everywhere and promote, and then promote some more. Promote this. This is like the newest thing that you've ever had. You're so excited. You got to go ahead and tell everybody about it. This is exciting. So you go ahead and you make promotional banners. You make sure everyone knows you have a new way to receive your publication with exclusive digital features and content. This is not a reaction to the pandemic, and you should not be conveyed as such unless it is marked as a solution to reach readers on lockdown. However, on the contrary, this is an opportunity to innovate and to level up your publication and readership, you guys. That is the pitch. Your whole thing is like, oh my God, because of the pandemic, we want to make sure that everyone's staying safe. So we've decided to go ahead and launch a digital version of our magazine. It comes out next month, you guys. It is going to be so great. There's a da-da-da-da-da. You want to just go ahead and really get excited about it. You want to bring these folks to the party. You want to be like, no, we're taking you guys with us. You guys are our advertisers. We love you. Our print magazine is still #1, or it's still great, or it's still powerful, it's still effective. Our readers are active, and they move and they spend their money. But now we're going to get more readers. We're going to reach them in more ways, and we're going digital. We're going to be online. That's the pitch. Real talk, you guys. Do not talk about your publication when you're on interviews. You are not selling ads when you're on interviews. Instead, talk about your content, your sponsors, your features, your social topics to drive people to your digital online publication. So keep that in mind, you guys. That's some real talk. So what I want to make sure that you understand is that when you have this and you're out there doing this and you're pushing it and you're talking about this publication, it is something that is so important. It is so important for you to understand. It is not a negative thing. You're people to tell that it's a great thing, it's an innovation. The reason you're doing that is because you want to be more effective for them. You want to go further. You want to keep people from going out to the newsstands and getting COVID, and they can get their magazines from you, their ads, they're all the things on their phones. That's your pitch, because you don't want to make it to where your advertisers think that now you should be charging less for your advertising. That's what you do when you come off with this defeated, oh my God, now we're going digital attitude, because you value printing. But millions and millions of people don't read books. They don't read physical magazines, but they read. There's a whole generation of people out there that have never owned a book. Right now, kids don't own books. Maybe if they're for school or if they're some specific book, but it isn't like you're going to go into a person's house nowadays, the average person, 90% of the population, and they have a library, especially if you're not in the West. They don't own books because, one, it's paper, it's ink, it's cumbersome. Why would you own those? And even Americans, there's Magster. Why would I own a magazine? Maybe a few of them to have in my house for the few guests that come, and even less guests now with COVID. But the whole idea is that you're launching this. This is an addition to, this is an upgrade. This is more exposure for them, global exposure now. So you want to pitch that. So when you're interviewing, you're not talking about readers, you're not talking about distribution, none of that. Don't talk about your publication, your magazine. When you're interviewing, talk about the innovations, talk about your content, talk about, oh my God, our magazine comes out. There's this great recipe inside. You guys are going to love this recipe. It's my favorite recipe. It's from so-and-so's kitchen. And they make my favorite sweet potato pie. And this is their recipe for sweet potato pie. Sweet potato pie. So you want to be able to say that, and you want to talk about that. You want to say, oh my God, our magazine, we're showcasing, we have a magazine for dreadlocks coming out, you guys. I love dreadlocks. So, oh my God, I love dreadlocks magazine. You see my hair. I love this. If you guys love my artist, you love the stylist that does my hair, you love the way my hair looks, you love this. Well, you're going to love my new issue of I Love Dreadlocks magazine coming out, you guys. It's going to have an app on the App Store and Google Play. You can see it there. You're going to see 500 artists, including the 3 artists that do my hair. That's how you promote your magazine. You're digital now, not in print. So it's not about the numbers anymore, because technically, if you're promoting it, people already know who you are. And if they're asking you, tell me about your magazine, they don't really necessarily know what you're going to say. So you can say, yes, our magazine is so awesome. We have the best recipes in our magazine. It is so great. Like that. You don't need to know your readers, because now you're digital. Your readers are everywhere in the world. Anywhere you target, you can find readers. So readers now is an old conversation. They may look at your numbers and want to know your exposure and things like that. But typically that's on a sales call. If you're on an interview, you are there to promote the advertisers in your publication that are paying you. You are an infomercial promoting them, not promoting yourself or your publication. That's a big switch from print to digital. Is it digital? Now people can, when you're talking, they can actually go to their phones and they can see the article right now. I'm going to show you guys. Look here. Where are we at here? If you guys look, let me look at the camera here. Where are we at? You see that? See that B? That's Bulacan Lifestyle Magazine. That's one of my publications. And you guys know the E there, right? The E, you guys know that, right? You guys know the E is Outsource Everything. That's my Outsource Everything ebook. That's on my phone. And if I click this, you guys, let me do one of these. Let me just show you, since we're live right now, you guys. Let me go back. Wait. I want you to see how it happens. I'm going to click this ebook. I'm going to show you what happens. I'm clicking the ebook. You see it? Boop, boom. That's it. How do we do it? Oh, sorry. Whoop. This is what you want. This is actually the ebook that actually goes to Outsource Everything. It's kind of a nerdy thing, but you guys can create those to where while they're talking online, while they're listening to you, people will go to their phones and they're going to actually look right now. So you don't want to talk about anything about the publication. You want to talk about the content, because the readers don't care about anything else. They are going there to go look at something specific, which means now you want to have content, even the ads that are exciting to people, that pertain to what they're talking about, because sometimes ads can be very informative. Anyway, you guys, take that in mind. You got to go ahead and promote, you guys. just understand promotion is key, and you want to make sure that that's a big deal, because before you didn't really promote as much. You had parties, launch parties, things like that. Maybe there were some billboards, my next issue's out, but that was it. Nowadays, you can reach 1 million people promoting on their phones. So you want to promote, go on, that picture that you guys saw there, that was actually a guy talking on a podcast. You want to go ahead and do that. So you want to go ahead and understand that you guys go to podcast, you're promoting, but you're promoting your advertisers and your content, not the publication itself. So after that, you guys, the next thing you want to make sure that you do is understand that the way that you're going to drive this, way that you're going to show people that the value of your publication, and you want to make sure that when you're doing your publishing now, that you understand that the marketing tool you have to drive to your digital, to your website, is exclusive digital content and features. So that means, you guys, understand this. When you're a publisher, now you're online and you're digital and you're print. So now you want to tell the client, you're selling your advertisements, for example, for them, right? So now you want to be able to say, copywriting for digital readers is different. Okay, it can be done in real time and it can be interactive. The content writers for digital content are usually in addition to your regular circles. Or in addition to your regular articles and writers. Technically, understand this, you guys. Technically, digital content writers rebrand and repurpose writing done by traditional writers. Additionally, advertisers can come from anywhere in the world, like I said before, who seek your demographic for your product or your services, or tourism, for example. So understand that when it comes down to it, when you have the digital, understand that the exclusive digital content is the driver. Let me give you an example, and a real example that most of you guys that publish will understand, is that you all know that, for example, say that you have a directory in your publication, in your magazine, a list of restaurants, for example, say in your city that you're promoting. So you have a list of restaurants in your city, and you want to, you can only show 100 of them in your actual hard copy of your magazine, because what happens after that is that the memory is too much and you can't do it, and right? We all know that issue, right? So what happens is online, now you have exclusive digital content and features. That means that maybe your directory online is 500 restaurants, but only 100 of those are shown in the hard copy magazine. So when you go to clients, for example, say that it costs $1,000 to be listed in your magazine's hard copy, and you only have a spot for 100 of them. That's $100,000 per quarter, per month, per, biannual, whatever, per year, whatever it is. Maybe it's a, magazine that's an annual magazine. But then now you have another customer that you can add to your sales list, add to your media kit, that's going to be digital content exclusive. So maybe it's $500, not $1,000, but you have another 400. And you give the 100 guys that are paying you the 1,000, they get it for free, but you have another 400 advertisers that can have their list on your website itself. So that becomes exclusive digital content. So when you're promoting it, or when you see ads online, or when it's possible people who want to go out to restaurants in your city they see a list of, on their phone, 500, restaurants. Then how they look at it, they're not going to go to your magazine. But what happens is the 500, they're seeing it, you promoted them, they all have SEO like that. And that drives traffic to your website, to your magazine, because each of those 500, people are looking for them, right? So there's search engines out there. Then all of a sudden they say, well, okay, but you want to see our 100 favorites, click here. And it goes to an article or a feature, somehow interactive, possibly, where they can book, they can see, testimonials of the publications. So after that happens, then they realize, okay, well, I love this. This is really cool. So they click on it and they say, okay, well, I want to go ahead and I want to make sure that I can actually see the publication anywhere that I want to see the publication. So now they've actually been able to turn your advertising into a completely different market that you didn't have before. Does that make any sense, you guys? Let me say it another way, is you want to make sure that you understand that digital is a completely different opportunity. You can offer free listings on the digital copy, and then maybe if they pay extra, they're in your print copy and your digital. You can also have another addition to the advertisers you have in your existing publication, because you can have a longer list of advertisers or a directory or things like that, movies, videos, tutorials, YouTube videos on your digital and on your online side that you didn't have before. So when you're selling to advertisers, maybe the printing is pretty expensive, but your digital can be cheaper. A lot of publishers that really devalue are the printing, the digital or the online, they really value the print, the hard copy. They try to gouge their advertisers on the digital, as opposed to understanding, no, your digital should probably be a little cheaper, especially if you're new and you're just getting going in your digital. You're not like a Vogue or, some magazine like that. You need to go ahead and really give it cheaper because the content's changing. They pay you, for example, your magazine's quarterly, but they're paying you by the week or by the month to be on your website. That's a different clientele. The other advertisers you already have, you may have them on there already for content, because when you launch your website or your digital, you already have these advertisers. But because you have these advertisers, there's another list of advertisers that are only searching online. When you guys get online, you get digital, you'll understand this. There's a completely different advertising market that maybe you don't realize, the print publication that only look for online digital opportunities for advertising their clients. Like Facebook, for example. Facebook ads are only on Facebook. You don't ever see a Facebook ad in Vogue. Maybe way, way, way back in the day, they had a few ads running, but that's it. So now there's companies out there, especially companies that are international, that can ship and things like that, that maybe they want to reach your advertising market also, as well as your readership. So they do that by posting on your website. They do that by having feature articles on your website. They do that by being part of your digital content, or having ads in your digital content, or having an ad in the magazine, because their ad in the digital is going to be different. Maybe other advertisers, their digital ads are flat, but these new advertisers, they pay a little bit more, but they go ahead and their ad is on your website, on your app, and there's an interactive, you can book directly. These things that are popping out, those things can be done with digital advertising. It can be really interactive, real time. They can pay their bill or book a hotel room on an ad in your digital magazine. Keep that in mind, you guys. So we're getting right to this, you guys. Another thing about taking your print magazine to digital, you guys understand really this is that when you really get out there and you really are understanding that, I'm going to say it again because I'm going to go back to this, because going digital is not something bad. It is something phenomenal, exciting. I know I don't sound very excited, but it's very exciting to do it. You need to understand that this is an innovation of your print magazine. So when you are selling and when you're going into this, understand maybe you're looking at this because of the coronavirus and the things that are happening, and you're hard for you to pay your printing costs, and your emotions are down and you're not feeling good about it. But understand is that this you should have did 5 years ago. So now that you're doing it, understand your advertisers and your writers, a lot of them are going to be excited. They're going to be really excited and happy that you're going digital, because all of them are probably online. They're probably digital. They're probably sending you their articles online. So they're probably going to be really, really happy that you're stepping up into the modern world, and now their grandchildren or their nieces and nephews can enjoy the content too, right? So just keep that in mind, okay? And then one thing I see a lot of publishers that contact us, and when they want to change things up, they want to make more money, and they try to think of ways to cut. Understand, put your entire publication online. Don't play games. Don't chase here. Don't put your whole thing online. Don't play the game with people to where, online, the limited articles and only we used to do that back in the day. I do understand that back in the day we did do that. That's no joke. We did. But nowadays that's not it's not even a thing anymore. There's nothing for you to actually do. There's nothing for you to actually hold back. The whole point, when you have someone that goes, and every entrepreneur, you guys know this, entrepreneurship success is about systems and ways to make money, ways to promote and things like that without having to work and talk to clients face to face. So I'm just saying, put your entire magazine online. Don't play games with people. Don't say, oh, well, I'm only going to put this, or I'm only going to put that. Don't do that. Just go ahead and put 100% or more online. Like I told you before, I said you should probably go and just go ahead and if it was me, and make it to where your publication is there's more online than it is in the print magazine. Make it to where your your digital and your online components are so robust, there is no reason for you to lose any advertiser. That's the key. But I was from a free magazine company. Our magazines, the first magazine I ever did in my life in 2000, 20 years ago, was a free magazine. So, and I worked as a writer before that for free magazines. I was a paid writer, but I had free magazines. So we learned very early that it's better for us to give away content and to get advertisers, which is the way the internet works. You give free content, then hopefully eventually they pay you for it. So as a publisher, don't play the game anymore to where you click on this and you see the full article here. Don't do that. Give them, because at the end of the day, it hurts your advertising and sales team. Because your advertisers, your features, they want to know that they're getting exposure. I never understood. Remember when you used to go to the store and you would see a magazine and it would have a plastic cover over it? You had to buy it and you couldn't even open it. You know what I'm saying? The reason our magazines were free is that I got the fact that maybe you make $1 million on one. I get it. And now that's more, I can understand charging for publications now more than before, but I never got for the advertiser. So you had to sell 1 million copies. That's why you had to cover it. That's why you had to have this expensive celebrity on the cover or whatever it is, you know, because you were selling it. You had to sell it. You didn't make much on ads, right? So now it's the opposite. Now what it is, you want to make sure that your advertisers know that they are everywhere. There is no barriers to seeing their ads. There's no barriers. You can, for example, our magazine that's Budokan Lifestyle magazine coming out, that the cover is already out. You can see the cover. We have, when the spreads are done with being laid out, we post them online. And what we do is we say, check out the new cover, or check out so-and-so spread coming out this season, this summer, in our hard copy or in our magazine. We promote them so heavy before. Even the videos, the behind the scenes, we put all that out there before the actual magazine comes out, because we want the advertisers that we have to know we're not about just getting sales money for our magazines. Our magazines are free, or either you can get them someplace for free. You can download them. That's not the issue. Even before, our magazines in print were free, but we wanted to make sure that we were face to face with this new print versus digital and online thing. When you're talking to your advertiser, you want to be able to say, we have 100% distribution. When I leave here today with your check, we'll go ahead and have your ad uploaded on our website tonight, tomorrow, this week. It'll be out there. We'll push it. We'll do the article, and then we'll post that article. We'll reach 500,000 people with that article, because we're going to boost it. We're going to advertise it. We're going to advertise it online. Because understand this, as a publisher of digital and print and online, every time your advertisers are seen, you're seen. If you Google some of our advertisers right now, I know a good advertiser is Meineke. If you love, in Philippines they're called Rapidi. If you Google Rapidi Malolos, I'm sure one of our ads comes up, not their website. So you understand? So eventually, when you're promoting and you're showcasing, you're pushing these people out there, that's what your clients need. They need advertising. They need clients. You know, Rapidi needs oil changes. The restaurant needs delivery orders. The .com needs people to go to their link. So you want to be able to tell and understand that you're in the publishing business, not just in the magazine business anymore. So you don't want to have any barriers to that. So you want to make sure that your entire magazine is online. That's what you want to make sure that you do. So if you're thinking about how you're going to do it, boom, entire magazine needs to be online. Don't play games, you guys, with any of this anymore. That's the big thing I can tell you, is that up to 180 pages or maybe 200 pages are ideal for online digital magazines anyway. And some of them are as large as 200 plus pages. promotions are done per ad or niche market online, then they can be linked to the content, the pages, the sections in your magazine. So all the content that you have in the magazine becomes a driver to your site and to your publication. It's the other way around now. Your publication isn't the driver to get advertisers or to look at your advertisings and then go to your advertisers and spend their money in their businesses. That's not how it is anymore. So we need to let that go. Just forget that whole concept and just let it to where your whole magazine plus exclusive content is online. So that's what I would do. So after that, you guys, you got that all figured out. Then you go through and you understand that now, as I said before, when you are out there, you can see our new digital magazine on our website. That's what you want to be able to say. You want to be able to really push these people and understand that, wow, these guys, when you're talking, when you're promoting, when you're pushing it, you want to make sure they understand that, yes, see our new digital magazine on our website, like that. That's your pitch, because it's a new digital magazine. It's not just a digital version. There's people that do magazines digitally that have never had a print magazine. We all know that. So you now have a print version of your magazine. It's the same content. That's your benefit as being a publisher already. You already have content. You already have advertisers. You already have distribution places. You already have marketing. You already have all that stuff. Of course, if you're printing, you already have high resolution pictures. So make sure that everyone knows that our digital copies are available on our website. Your existing website is the place for hosting and driving new digital readers to. So you're driving the website. You want people to read these articles. Okay, the magazine now can be an invaluable funneling tool, for example, to drive traffic to your full, robust website, as well as the complete content and other advertisers. So what I mean by that, you guys, is when you have your digital magazine now you've got digital, you've got online, you got your print magazine, you guys, you want to make sure, if you're just tuning in, by the way, I see a bunch of you just jumped on. We're talking about how to turn your print magazine into a best-selling digital magazine. Keep that in mind, you guys, so you guys can share this, love this, like this. That's our topic today. So keep that in mind, you guys. Share that out. Okay. So you want to see our digital magazine on our website. You want to make sure that you drive it. It's not like you're one or the other. That's not the case anymore. It's not like you're competing with yourself. So you're adding more benefit. So the publication now that you have this hard copy, it used to be, for example, you had a hard copy magazine. So you'd be promoting saying, come to our launch party, for example, right? And get your copy. Or you would say, go to this business or this newsstand, or go to Barnes and Noble and look in the home section, and our magazines can be found there. Or you're advertising and promoting videos, and you're just branding. And then when someone goes into the store, then they ask for the magazine. Then the website came out, right? So now people go to your website and they can click it, and now they can actually see the magazine on your website. You have that advantage. That means your advertisers are now online also. Now with digital, the flip is that with digital, when it comes down to it, now you're driving saying, see our new digital magazine on our website. Or of course you have an app, you can say our app, because now that's a new market of people. The readership for hard copies, that reader really hasn't gone away. I think maybe 50% of them have gone away, but a lot of folks that liked hard copies, they still like hard copies. What happens is there's less waste. So if people don't really read it, they don't need to pay for the subscription anymore. If people don't really want to see it, they're not getting it anymore. Businesses aren't going to have 20 copies of your magazine sitting here that don't sell and then burn them and throw them away. Now what's happening is you're seeing the real number of real readers of your hard copies. So that's okay. The online reader is a completely different reader that you didn't have before. Keep that in mind. Then now when you launch your digital magazine copy, where you have an app and they can click on the app store, they can download, they can see it like I showed you with my phone, that's a completely different market. And that market is global and can be almost any age. So that may be a market that you didn't even have before. So when you're marketing and talking about it, you want to make sure that you say, yes, my digital magazine is available on my website, the entire digital magazine, because you're driving the digital thing now. If it was me, I wouldn't drive the hard copies at all. I mean, you may have a picture of them, you may see them, because the hard copies, what we do is we send those to our advertisers and to niche businesses, and that's it. We really just have them there for credibility and for people to have in their lobbies of their businesses, because now what sets us apart is we're one of the only magazines with digital versions and a website in our markets. Understand that. Even before coronavirus hit, we were the only magazine in, I want to say, 20 different markets that we service with a website and a digital online version. We were the only one before. The issue was most advertisers weren't really understanding the value of social media yet. They didn't understand the value of having a website yet. They didn't understand the value of online marketing yet, and booking and things like that. We were ahead on that end. So we would have to always say yes, but we do print magazines too. And then it became a question of, well, how many do you print? How many print readers? And we were always like, we print about 1,000 or 5,000, whatever market it was, but that's all that we print. And those go directly to our advertisers. That's where they go. But we really don't look at connecting with consumers and clients for you in hard copy magazines unless they're inside that business. So they didn't really understand that. But now, since Corona, hence all of you guys wanting to get your print magazines into digital, advertisers, publishers, everyone knows now digital is the key. It's always been the key. It's how I left 10 years ago, was online digital. It's how I got free, because then my first employees went online digital. My printing, I can web fed my printing. So you want to make sure that you use the publication to drive back to digital, because there's more readership potential digitally than ever could be in print. So flip that paradigm in your mind to where you understand print is credibility for your brand or readership, things like that. But the new market, the future, where you need to take your clients and your advertisers to, is digital. You need to tell them, no, we got your ad. That's always going to be in our magazine. The exposure is the same. We're not going to charge you anymore, but really we need to get you online. We need to get you digital. Because you can see an advertisement for Pizza Hut, for example, on a digital magazine. They can click it and they can order a pizza right then from the ad in your publication. They don't need to pick up their phone, look at the number anymore, and dial, Pizza Hut or whatever. They can actually click the digital ad. They can click the article on your website, and they can go directly to their online or their website bookings. They can do directly. If they're on their phone, they can click the button and it rings from your ad. So you want to make sure that your people know that, no, we're pushing all of our traffic here because there's more people for you here. Keep that in mind. And also targeting too. You can target more in digital, you guys. So we're about over with this show, you guys. I'm going to end this in just a little bit. We got about 2 more of these to go. That last one, to remind you guys, was to make sure that you see our new digital magazine on our website, because you want to let people know that you have a website and a digital magazine. That is a very marketable term, a very marketable statement, and you want to make sure that you say that. Don't play games with it, baby. You want to make sure that you say that, because advertisers hear that. They hear it and they say, okay, because when they're sitting talking to other publications, as I told you before, those guys are probably saying, no, we don't have a website yet. No, we don't have digital yet. And so they're thinking, well, where are people going to see your magazine then? You might say we mail them, right? That's an option. But it's better for you to be able to say we have digital, we have online. So the next thing, you guys, you're online, you're digital, your thing is rolling. You want to be able to sell your publication. You want to be able to push your publication. So you got to be able to get money. And what I personally use, set up your PayPal, you guys. Don't waste time, especially if you're in America, you guys. If you're in America, you've got to make sure that you set up your PayPal. You got to make sure that it's set up. You may think it's cheesy, you may not like it, but a lot of people use it. Tons of readers use it. And if you have the money and you can set up a real situation where you're getting paid online and things like that, okay, very great, wonderful, good for you. But typically, no, that's not going to happen. Ain't going to happen, you guys. So you need to go ahead and just put a PayPal there, because people do pay by PayPal. People do use their credit cards. They do have millions and millions and millions and millions of freaking users. You can take credit cards from PayPal. If you're in America and some other countries, you can actually have a swiper for your cell phone from PayPal. I think it's made by Intuit. You know, you want to be able to have that. You want to, and it may seem simple to you, but remember, you're only getting $5, $10, and advertisers can now be from all over the world, and they can pay on your website or pay within your digital component to your PayPal account. You want to be set up for success. You want to make sure that you can make money. You can take the money when they're ready to say, okay, I like this, let me do this. You want to make sure you're ready. So even though my magazines and publications are free, are complimentary for over 20 years, you guys now, I'm able to offer the magazine for free on some platforms and for some small donation or purchase price on others. Have yourself, like I said, a PayPal setup or other online payment option. Don't play this game. And let me go ahead and tell you this too real quick, is that what happens for me is this may happen for you. If you're out there and your magazine is a free publication, for example, now I mentioned before, but I charge $5, $10, $2 for publications now. Whereas my whole career before, they were always free and they were in print. God, imagine that. You're paying $100,000 for printing, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 copies. And boom, you're also giving the magazine for free. So advertisers were king. Okay. But now it's the other way around. Now we have niche publications. We may do a publication just about outsourcing. If you look at our Outsource Now, right? That's 28 pages. That's a small magazine, only on outsourcing, and it's $9.99. We have our new one that was an article in our magazine. We turned it into an ebook, and that one is the Data Privacy 101. That data privacy article was for free in the magazine, for free, written for free. The data privacy, we paid for the advertisement for them, all of that. And then boom, all of a sudden now it's $4.99. I think that one's a smaller, maybe it's 10 pay, I forgot, but that's a smaller ebook. But data privacy, you have to go to class for that. You have to go to seminars for that. You have to be certified or accredited for that. So now we're able to sell that ebook, but the article in the magazine was for free. So keep that in mind, you guys. Go ahead. Don't waste any time. Just go ahead and set up your PayPal. If you never use it, okay. But you just want to be able to tell people that you can go ahead and bill me here. They may send you a check still, you never know, but you want to be able to say it and you want to be able to take the funds. And if you travel and you live around the world like I do, PayPal has a Visa, MasterCard you can live like I do all over the world, and you can get your money anywhere. Conversion's automatic. They can invoice for you from PayPal. They can do all that crap for you. You have a record for that. So I love it actually on my websites. I love the conversion. I love that I can go ahead and withdraw money anywhere in the world, my PayPal card. And I love that folks back home in America, they're used to it. It's on their phone. Most of them can just click it on their phone and pay their bill or buy an ebook from their phone. No big deal. So anyway, keep that in mind, you guys, when you guys are looking for all this stuff. If you guys are just joining in, I appreciate it, you guys. We're going to get for our next to the last one here, you guys. You guys may have figured this out by now, but you guys, videos are king, you guys. No doubt about it. Videos are definitely king. Right now, when it comes down to it, another ability that you have promotional videos, tutorials, even print advertisers, which can also have their commercials available within your digital magazine content. That is amazing. Videos are key. Like you're watching this video right now, so that you know that it's key. So you got to make sure videos are done. Do your videos, promote your magazine, because remember the digital component now, it's online. Someone's going to look in their phone and they're going to see your advertisement, and that's how they're going to do it. So make sure that you guys understand that you need to give them the tools they need to be able to be successful, because ultimately what you're doing is you're selling the advertisement to the people. So you want your advertisers to know, yes, we can do videos for you. You see all of our commercials and things like that. A lot of folks don't like to see them, but those are commercials for our advertisers. We create the commercial spots for them. We create the logo animations for them and things like that, because we want the ads within our website to be cute and to be nice. So that's why we do it. So that's very important to us, and print videos are king. So you got to really, there's nothing you can't, there's no reason to fight it anymore. You can't fight it. It's here. So there's nothing you can do about it. So you guys, we're next to the last one, you guys here. I'm glad you're here. Oh my gosh. We're going to go through, I'm telling you guys right now about how we went from print to digital. You guys, hope you're taking notes. Hope that you are enjoying this segment. It's a little bit more of a not so exciting as the usual segments are, but it's a question that I'm always getting right now from everyone, because really every publication needs to go from print to digital. They need to include it in their arsenal, and they're realizing it now more than ever. So we want to go ahead and make sure that we give you the tools that you need to be able to understand how to do it. And, our last one here, you guys, and if you guys stay till the end, we have a bonus for you. The last one here, you guys, we want to make sure that you guys really understand that, hate to say it, you guys, you want to talk about it. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Print versus digital cost, you guys. Let me just say this to you, is that when it comes to print versus digital, a lot of people, our clients, will argue back and forth with me about this, but eventually they do understand. Okay. So lastly, as some may decide to maintain their printing, which we did, limited printing, which we did, exclusive printing, which we did, others may decide to focus 100% on digital and online distribution. So that's okay. That's up to you. You decide. But you need to understand, what are you spending on printing right now? Ask yourself that question, the gross number, including, the getting it there, the shipping it there, the checking, if you have to go check the printing press and things like that. Include all that into what you're spending right now, okay? And how many real readers do you have on your printing copies of your magazine? Do you have a website? Another question to ask yourself. You don't need to get one. Do your readers or advertisers, fans, event goers also have social media? And do they visit your website if you have a website? Okay. If you took the entire cost of printing, including the media kits, okay, including all the collaterals, right, and you allocated it to online or digital venture for your magazine, would that be effective? Would that be what works for you? Okay. And by that, let me tell you what I mean. Let me pick you a little bit closer with this about this cost. You want to really understand that if you spend, for example, $100,000 in printing, you literally, if you're going from print to digital, you would allocate that whole entire budget to digital if it was me. Maybe if your times are hard and you're cutting back, you allocate 50% of that to digital. So $50,000 you allocate to digital, and you really create this infrastructure. And then maybe I would offset that by saying that what I asked you about, knowing how many real readers do you have, real advertisers do you have, which tells me how many real copies do you need to print. Because the issue now, because this is the future, you guys, this is the future. So keep this in mind. People are online, people are digital. A book, a hard copy, a magazine, that's like a collector's item. That's like a souvenir. That's like something very special. If you guys see the new Vogue, the new, those magazines are like Bibles now. Shouldn't say that, I'm sorry. Those magazines are like really great books now. They're not like a regular magazine that you see around the city, around the country, around the world. Okay. They've made to where if you have that hard copy of that publication, oh my God, that is like having a really great coffee table book, right? So you want to keep that in mind. So if you have 100,000 magazine dollars you're spending, for example, on printing, for example, and then say you print 20,000 copies, but you only have about 5,000 real readers. All the other ones, the 15,000, are going in the trash, are wasted, or either they're returned back to you and they didn't sell, or they didn't get taken, or you're just giving magazines away. Okay. So if that's the case, then you just go ahead and you print those, say 5,000, and you make those 5,000 much nicer. You make the cover thicker. You make the front of it fold out. You upgrade that physical publication to where people really appreciate it and it lasts longer. So they're going to have it in their business. They're going to show it. Inside that publication, you need ads saying, go get and see exclusive content on our website, correct? See our digital download. Go to your phone and download our app and see this, or maybe you saw this publication at a resort, and the resort's an advertiser. So you want to promote that if you go to the resort and you download our app, for example, and you or arrange this, you can get 10% off your stay at this particular resort by downloading our app. So they can download it, then go to the place and show the code or whatever they have because of that. So you want to leverage that hard copy because the hard copy's value actually went up. That's what happened. It's not effective, but it's legitimate, right? So then now you're promoting this online digital component. And truthfully, online digital is another 2 revenue streams for you. Your sales staff needs to understand there are online advertisers that will only advertise and put banners on your website and have links, for example. That's a revenue stream, or 3 revenue streams. Then the digital advertisers are another revenue stream, because the advertisers, for example, that are in your print publication, they're already there. They may say, okay, well, upgrade me. I want to have a video now. I want to have a link now. I want to have the button where you click it and I give you 10% off by using this code from this digital component now. That's another revenue stream. So when you think about the cost, you don't really want to take away the printing cost unless you're going bankrupt, of course. What you want to do is you want to reallocate those funds. Like they say, defund the police in America, right? You want to defund the printing and you want to upgrade the quality of the printing, but really give those exclusively to the readers you really, really have. You want to know those readers, those subscribers, for example, and you want to say to them, thank you. Here's a free t-shirt, and our magazines are now so upgraded and so awesome. But go on our website or download our app to see exclusive online digital content. You want to drive them over too, because that online digital content is interactive. And people eventually, once they start realizing your digital copies are around and how they work, and you really get good at the marketing part of it, they will pay more money and come from all over the world to advertise on your digital components. So you want to keep that in mind, you guys. So you want to spend the same amount of money or a little bit less, no more than 50% of what you're spending on printing, including media kits, okay? You want to upgrade the media kits, print fewer of them, but now your media kit can also be online and digital also. People don't need to see your physical kit anymore. No one needs to meet you anymore. That's not a big deal. And then, of course, your photo shoots and things like that, those are also things that can be done remotely now. Also, you can outsource all of those. So there's no reason to have photo shoots and things like that in-house. So keep that in mind, you guys. Again, great show. I'm glad that you guys have been here. We get this question a lot, so I wanted to make sure that I answered these questions and I got right to it this week. Again, good morning. Thank you very much, Julius. I'm glad. Good morning to you as well. Appreciate that. I'm glad that you guys are here. Thank you guys for watching there on Facebook and on YouTube as well. We're just newly live, simulcasting live on Facebook or on YouTube. So I'm glad to see you guys catching on to that YouTube segment. I had a bonus for you guys since you guys are here for the end. So I wanted to go ahead and give you this bonus. You guys, one thing I want to say to you, and I do think a lot of folks don't think about this when they get ready to go from print to digital. Let me just say it again because I think it's worth repeating, you guys. It is an innovation to go to digital, okay? An innovation. It's not a negative thing. You're print, online, digital. Be very proud. And as I said to you, when I was competing, or even now, when I'm competing in most of the markets my publications are, I don't usually do this on purpose, but usually this happens because people are behind, is that usually in our market, we are the only publication in print, online, and digital. Most of the other publications, they may have a better looking magazine, or maybe their magazine comes out monthly and ours are quarterly, or some of ours are biannual and annual publications, so they may come out more often than we do, but they have to because they have no website, they have no digital edition, they have no digital advertising for their clients, so they only make money on their print magazine. So yeah, you need to freaking print all the time. And now it's a waste. And no one's going out to pick these magazines up. Who's delivering publications? And now the content can go to anybody. So understand, you going to printing to digital and all of that is a great thing. It's a wonderful thing. Welcome to the 21st century. You know, I'm so glad that you guys are here. Until you were about 5 to 10 years behind. So it is not like printing's not dead. Upgrade your printing and all that great stuff. But one thing I'm going to say too, the final thing I'm going to tell you about is that you guys, a lot of folks, they actually miss the fact that you have to redo your media sales kit. You got to redo it. It needs a whole different look, new prices, new solutions for your clients. So you need to make sure that that's the one thing. That's my bonus for you guys, is I want to make sure that you guys understand you need to have a sales. You need a new digital media kit, because now you're in print, you're online, and you're digital, right? So you want to make sure that your media kit is the same. Your new internationally distributed in print, online, and digital magazine media sales kit. needs to be developed and include the new features and new or robust pricing. So you need to make sure that you understand that the sales kit is got to change. And ultimately, a lot of folks that are really frustrated and worried about things, they're worried about the fact is, how am I going to make money and sell advertising? The advertisers, I'm going to lose the advertisers because the advertisers think that we're not in print anymore. So how am I going to get this money and all that great crap? At the end of the day, you guys, that's not freaking true. Okay. The truth is, when it comes down to it, people actually like and are looking forward to and are probably very happy that you are going to be in print, online, digital. It's not the other way around. They're looking for solutions. They may like you and think it's a great thing. And you know, I'm so glad that you're doing this now and all of that. But in the day, you guys, they really want you to come up into the times and to be able to have more effective, more up-to-date ways of helping them and promoting them. So when it comes down to it, you guys, that's the big key. When you're selling to them in your new media kit, you need to make sure that you understand and you're saying, I'm in print, I'm online, I'm in digital, I'm international now. You may be a magazine in Kansas City, Missouri, but now you can have advertisers from anywhere in the world that want to reach that market. So if they're selling hair products, maybe for example, that are actually sold, for example, in China, so they're selling these hair products, right? They can be able to now advertise with you because they want to reach your market. And what they're doing abroad is they're Googling, they're searching for ways to reach customers beyond Facebook, behind Twitter, behind all those YouTube, because America, understand, a lot of folks globally, they still reach people the old traditional way. They search, they find your publication, that's like anyone else locally would, and they look for your media kit. And now you need to address those people. And by default, your existing clients see, damn, this guy has an international media kit now. He's definitely grown. Oh my goodness. You know, and they may surprise you as well. And they may want to advertise more. They may want to go global. They may want to say to you, well, how do I get my American product to China or to Asia or to India or Mexico? Whereas the other clients that want to reach Americans or whoever your market might be, they're advertising directly to your readers or maybe even just to your advertisers. You know, we have 500 businesses that we usually pack into one issue, every issue of our magazines. So when I have a tattoo magazine, there's 500 tattoo artists in there. Our Philippines magazine, there's 500 Philippine businesses in there between the United States and the Philippines. We have our new Dreadlocks magazine coming out. I Love Dreadlocks. That magazine, you guys, is got the same thing, where it's got 500 or will have 500 dreadlock artists and dreadlock lovers businesses in that magazine for their marketing community. So sometimes advertisers want to reach that market. You know, maybe they sell yarn and they want to sell that to the dreadlock artists to make their hats and their crocheted tops that are really hot right now. They need to market to those people. So they are a person that you may not think about before that wants to market. So again, you guys, your sales kit needs to be upgraded. We do a lot of this stuff, you guys. If you guys are out there, I'm glad that you guys are here to the end. We do a lot of this stuff. We have a package. I'll put the link below in the video when it comes up about showing you guys how to do this. We have a really affordable price for helping you to go digital, and we help with the app. We help with the copy editing, changing. We don't do the copywriting for you, but we do help with the changing, the reworking, the repurposing of the copy. We help you with what you can do for your pricing, like what your budget is. Are you going to have a really crazy, robust, digital copy where it's totally interactive? Or are you going to have like a simple one like my ebooks are, for example, which is enough for you? So we help with a lot of that stuff. So that's why I decided to go ahead and do this video, you guys. So you guys have been asking about this, and I'm so glad that I could talk to you and help you guys to get it. So keep that in mind. You guys, KareemAntonio.com, you guys can ask at KareemAntonio.com as well, and you can get a hold of me and we can ask questions about this. This is a really hot time right now. This is a really exciting time for you guys right now. Keep that in mind. If you are printing and you've been printing, digital is exciting. Global, you guys. And I'm telling you this, now local business magazines, for example, local niche magazines, local fashion magazines, local nightlife magazines, you guys, this is the time. You guys can reach anyone, just like Vogue, just like any magazine out there. You guys can reach anybody. It's not like before where it was about how many copies, where do you distribute, can you get on the shelves at Barnes & Noble, can you get in the stand in New York City in the street? That wasn't the case. Now you can have your publication. If you already have one, it's really exciting because now you can really get more money for your advertisement, for your niche publication, because you want to be able to say, I'm going to say it again, I love saying it, online, in print, and digital publication out there, because now you can reach clients anywhere. I think I answered your questions too. Yeah, my God. So glad you guys are here. Really great episode, you guys. Again, thanks again. You guys have been here live on the set with Kareem Jackson, your Minimalist CEO. You guys go to KareemAntonio.com. You guys learn more about this. Go ahead, check out my ebooks, you guys. Check out our advertisers. And of course, without advertisers, you guys, this show would not be here. It wouldn't be possible. So, of course, I got to go ahead and play a couple of advertisers. But again, you guys, like this, share this, stay tuned for the re-edit, replay of this coming back to you. We're going to go ahead and get this back to you as well. So, you guys, but again, let me remind you, if you're in abroad like me, 8.7 million freaking expats out here, we have got to vote, you guys. You get free. You can look at my ebooks. You guys are living large. We know that we're living on the beach. You guys live in the tropics. You're in Thailand. You're all over the world. You know there's all this crap happening back home right now, and we're very sad about it. Nothing we can really do physically about it, but we can vote. We see the news. You can retweet. You can share. When you see things, share it. Make it go viral. People underestimate that, but make it go viral. We can do that. But go out, you guys, get your absentee ballot, vote. You heard the ambassador on last week's show, vote.org. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you this. Here is vote.org. Here's T.I. himself telling you about voting. A couple of commercials, and I'll come right back and I'll say bye to you guys, say I love you, and we're done. But cheer you guys. If you're here abroad, you're one of the 8.7 million Americans living around the world, go and vote.
Police brutality, not on our watch. Poor healthcare, no sir. Our voting system is broken. It changes when we change it. We rise up as one. We speak out for our black lives. In 2020, we show up to the polls. Your vote is your microphone. So get in the booth and turn yours up. Reclaim your vote. You dig? Go to BET.com/reclaimyourvote for more on how to register.
I've been seeing a lot of things talking about people making commentary. Interestingly enough, the ones I've noticed that have been making the commentary are wealthy black people making the commentary about we should not be rioting, we should not be looting, we should not be tearing up our own communities. And then there's been an argument of the other side of we should be hitting them in the pocket. We should be focusing on the blackout days where we don't spend money. But, you know, I feel like we should do both. And I feel like I support both. And I'll tell you why I support both. I support both because when you have a civil unrest like this, there are three types of people in the streets. There are the protesters, there are the rioters, and there are the looters. The protesters are there because they actually care about what is happening in the community. They want to raise their voices, and they are there strictly to protest. You have the rioters who are angry, who are anarchists, who really just want to fuck shit up, and that's what they're going to do regardless. And then you have the looters. And the looters almost exclusively are just there to do that, to loot. Now, people are like, well, what did you gain? Well, what did you get from looting? I think that as long as we're focusing on the what, we're not focusing on the why, and that's my issue with that. As long as we're focusing on what they're doing, we're not focusing on why they're doing. And some people are like, well, those aren't people who are legitimately angry about what's happening. Those are people who just want to get stuff. Okay, well then, let's go with that. Let's say that's what it is. Let's ask ourselves why in this country in 2020, the financial gap between poor blacks and the rest of the world is at such a distance that people feel like their only hope and only opportunity to get some of the things that we flaunt and flash in front of them all the time is to walk through a broken glass window and get it. That they are so hopeless that getting that necklace, getting that TV, getting that change, getting that bed, getting that phone, whatever it is that they're going to get, is that in in that moment when the riots happen and if they present an opportunity of looting, that's their only opportunity to get it. We need to be questioning that. Why are people that poor? Why are people that broke? Why are people that food insecure, that clothing insecure, that they feel like their only shot, that they are shooting their shot by walking through a broken glass window to get what they need? And then people want to talk about, well, there's plenty of people who pulled themselves up by their bootstraps and got it on their own. Why can't they do that? Let me explain to you something about economics in America. And I'm so glad that as a child I got an opportunity to spend time at Push where they taught me this, is that we must never forget that economics was the reason that black people were brought to this country. We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North. Do you understand that? That's what we came to do. We came to do the agricultural work in the South and the textile work in the North. Now, if I right now decided that I wanted to play Monopoly with you, and for 400 rounds of playing Monopoly, I didn't allow you to have any money, I didn't allow you to have anything on the board, I didn't allow for you to have anything, and then we played another 50 rounds of Monopoly, and everything that you gained and you earned while you were playing that round of Monopoly was taken from you. That was Tulsa, that was Rosewood. Those are places where we built black economic wealth, where we were self-sufficient, where we owned our stores, where we owned our property, and they burned them to the ground. So that's 450 years. So for 400 rounds of Monopoly, you don't get to play at all. Not only do you not get to play, you have to play on the behalf of the person that you're playing against. You have to play and make money and earn wealth for them, and then you have to turn it over to them. So then for 50 years, you finally get a little bit and you're allowed to play. And every time that they don't like the way that you're playing, or that you're catching up, or that you're doing something to be self-sufficient, they burn your game. They burn your cards. They burn your Monopoly money. And then finally at the release and the onset of that, they allow you to play and they say, okay, now you catch up. Now at this point, the only way you're going to catch up in the game is if the person shares the wealth, correct? But what if every time you share the wealth, then there's psychological warfare against you to say, oh, you're an equal opportunity hire. So if I played 400 rounds of Monopoly with you and I had to play and give you every dime that I made, and then for 50 years, every time that I played, if you didn't like what I did, you got to burn it like they did in Tulsa and like they did in Rosewood, how can you win? How can you win? You can't win. The game is fixed. So when they say, why do you burn down the community? Why do you burn down your own neighborhood? It's not ours. We don't own anything. We don't own anything. Trevor Noah said it so beautifully last night. There's a social contract that we all have, that if you steal or if I steal, then the person who is the authority comes in and they fix the situation. But the person who fixes the situation is killing us. So the social contract is broken. And if the social contract is broken, why the fuck do I give a shit about burning the fucking Football Hall of Fame, about burning a fucking Target? You broke the contract when you killed us in the streets and didn't give a fuck. You broke the contract when for 400 years we played your game and built your wealth. You broke the contract when we built our wealth again on our own by our bootstraps in Tulsa, and you dropped bombs on us. When we built it in Rosewood and you came in and you slaughtered us. You broke the contract, so fuck your Target. Fuck your Hall of Fame. As far as I'm concerned, they could burn this bitch to the ground. And it still wouldn't be enough. And they are lucky that what black people are looking for is equality and not revenge.
Lord have mercy. That girl gives me chills every time I see that. Every time I hear that, I am just amazed. You guys understand this. Print to digital, you guys, opportunity for you to take your magazine from print to digital to a whole different market to get free. And I'm going to say this directly to you. If you are a minority, you have a women's magazine, a black magazine, a Latino magazine, They didn't tell me this a decade ago. When I first came to Asia, I was really, really upset. I really wondered, why did people not tell this to me? And that's why I wanted to give this even somewhat boring, maybe long video today. But this is information that I would charge $1,000 retainer to sit with someone to help them go through the process to do this. But I'm giving it to you today for free because a lot of folks out there do not know you can outsource and you can save on printing. That's one thing. And then by outsourcing, saving on printing, you can print as many copies as you need or as little copies as you need. You're not stuck to that 20,000 copy minimum in the States right now. Another thing, you guys, going from print online to digital could save your magazine because it gives you a whole new list of opportunities for clients, a whole new litany of potential advertisers that are not in your local area, are not in your niche. So keep that in mind, you guys. And you guys, go ahead and be excited about this. Be excited to take your magazine to the next level because ultimately, when you're selling your advertising to your clients, you want to be able to make them feel and understand that, no, we've got you covered. In print, online, and digital, we are your best source. I'm going to tell you this. I mentioned it before. I'm going to say it again. I have been in most markets that I'm in. I can't think of one, actually, that I've not been the only publication with the in print, online, and digital component. So when I walk in, especially nowadays, post-COVID, every advertiser's looking for who's online, who's digital. They're looking for it. So if you have those components, it's a competitive edge that you've never had before, and you're going to love this. So again, any more questions, ask at CareemAntonio.com. You guys have been live on the sub with me. Miss Sully, thank you for the comments. I appreciate that. You guys can follow me if you guys are interested in to build your businesses at CareemAntonio.com. Thank you for the love, Miss Sully. I appreciate that. All of you guys that chimed in over at Rotary Club, thank you as well, you guys. I appreciate that as well. You guys, get my ebook. If you're wondering about how to do some of this stuff, outsource everything, my ebook is out now, you guys. It's out there on your app and on your Google Play, you guys. If you're looking at how I did it, you want to get a really simple example of what a digital publication looks, you guys. If you're a publisher, look at my ebook. It's online, it's digital. There's an app, it has a logo, all that great stuff. You could have that for your publication. And that's a really simple app that we're talking about, the really simple page viewer that we're talking about. There's more robust digital interactive publications, and of course, there's more robust apps as well out there, but that's a simple one. But you guys can go over there. I'm going to play that commercial, you guys, again, for my app store. We are done, you guys, so enjoy this. Hope you enjoyed the day. Again, also make it a plug, you guys, to I Love Dreadlocks, our new publication coming out now. That publication is going to showcase my artist who does my hair, along with 500 other artists and dread lovers businesses also, you guys. We're featuring Philippines, you guys, in the first issue, so you guys can check that out. I'm going to play their spot right now. And of course, without sponsors, we'd be nowhere. So Rapid Malolos, thank you very much. I want to thank you for so much for that. I want to thank you, Rango Magazine, Hospitality Magazine, My Rango. You guys, you can check them out at myrango.com. I want to say Nanny Kim, thank you, love you very much. You can see Nanny Kim on the go.com, you guys. But anyway, you guys, here's some commercials. You guys can enjoy this, and then we'll see you again next time for our next show. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey man, if you like dreadlocks, you're gonna love I Love Dreadlocks magazine. Coming soon to the Philippines, you guys, showcasing 500 Philippine dreadlock artists, all their products, their international clientele, their amazing professional spa quality products like Filipino Dread Man products, you guys. They are so awesome. It's here, I Love Dreadlocks magazine, you guys, showcasing the salons, the people, the clients that make up this awesome industry, lifestyle, and culture. And of course, you guys, the whole point is to showcase entrepreneurs and to get you to where you can search favorite Philippine dreadlock artists and products, and boom, you guys, I Love Dreadlocks magazine showcases all that you need: bookings, products, Pinoy Dreadman, and over 500 more artists, locations, and all of their bookings all throughout the Philippines, you guys. This is a national magazine distributed internationally in print, online, digital. I Love Dreadlocks magazine has got you covered, you guys. And you know what, man? There's no problem. There's no worries. If you want to be showcased in the magazine, advertising is affordable. The digital copies are going to be on Google Play, you guys. Google Podcast. It's going to be on Spotify. You guys can touch everything. It's here, you guys. I Love Dreadlocks magazine. It's here. You guys are going to love it. It's fantastic. You guys, you can message us, PM us. Let's showcase your business, your shop, your talent in I Love Dreadlocks magazine. What's up, you guys? Kareem Jackson live on the set for Budokan Lifestyle Magazine, and we are live here, you guys. Budokan, the quarantine is like semi-lifted, right? So you in your car, you cruising, and you need you an oil change. You've got to get your car right, you guys. We have one of the 500 best of Budokan, best favorite things, rapidly, you guys. MacArthur Highway, they have such great service, you guys. They're one of our 500 favorite of Budokan, 100 best of Budokan. They're one of our favorite places to go, and check it out, you guys. We were here. It is so nice, so fresh, so clean. Rapidly Express, you guys. They're located on MacArthur Highway, you guys. Get your car oil change done, and guess what, you guys? It's only 899 pesos. So no worry, less than 1,000 pesos. Look at these reviews, you guys. Don't believe us. Maui said it, Ned said it, Ken said it, Daniel said it, Carr said it, Carol said it, Ponce said it. Everyone says that this place is so awesome. 0945-369-0888, you guys. 899 pesos. Rapidly, you guys. Go check them out. But hey, COVID-19, we got you covered, you guys. You're in that car. How do you know it's clean? How do you know it's disinfected? How do you know that your kids are safe? Your employees are safe? Roll down to this place for 249 pesos, you guys. Rapidly will disinfect your car. 0945-369-0888, you guys. Hey, local small business owners, entrepreneurs, and celebrities. Hey, you guys, I've got a secret to tell you. Go get that promo. Check this out. K&Co has a new website promo for $350. That's just 15,000 pesos, and your small business can have a fantastic website. You know how the guys are beating you out there, how they're getting customers, how they're online. Despite anything, they can keep going. They can still reach customers. People can still buy, see their stuff. Here, you guys, I've got the secret. They can still do it because they're reaching their clients online with their fantastic website. The promo, you guys, is just 15,000 pesos, $350. You can showcase your products and reach the world. Go get that promo. Say what? Go get that promo.
My ebook, Outsource Everything. Outsource Everything, How to Be a Minimalist CEO by Kareem Jackson. Introduction for small business owners and entrepreneurs. Presented by K&Co America and the Johnson Group.
Hey, you guys. Okay, thank you very much, you guys. I'm so glad you guys are here again this week. That is the new ebook over there. Where is it at? This way. Over there, you guys. This is the new ebook, you guys. We want you guys to check this ebook out, see how that is. Check out the app, you guys. You guys are curious how to have your own publication, how to have your own magazine online, what it's like. You guys can see that app there. You can go to Google Play, you can go to the App Store and just look up Outsource Everything, ! And you guys can see it there and see how it works. So again, you guys turn your print magazine into a digital best-selling magazine. That was our episode today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Again, follow me, like this. We try to have these topics all the time that pertain to entrepreneurs. So I figure if I get a lot of questions and a lot of inquiries from my particular clients or folks that I work with, I figure it's a great idea for a video. So if you guys have any topics or things you want to ask, go ahead and ask me, you guys. You can go to Kareem Jackson. I'm live on the set on YouTube, you guys. Also on Facebook. You guys can look at my page there, or you can email me at ask@kareemjackson.com as well. So again, you guys, thank you very much. I'm so glad that you were here, and we're going to see you next time. Cheers.